Okay, we are live. Okay, let me go see if I have this done correctly on my end. Hope everybody's having a fabulous. Um. Oh, next. YouTube is a little upset with me. Give me a second. Um. Yep, have to do this two-step verification, and then okay, continue. I had to do a password change, y'all, because there was a um okay. So there was a breach apparently in Google land, and so Google is tied to my AdSense, which is tied to my YouTube. So when I went over to go to YouTube and say, "Hello, I'm going live," it was like, "Excuse me, we need to make sure you're you," because it's the first time I've logged in. Well, first time I've logged in since. Oh, hey everybody! Now that I'm looking at the chats, it's the first time I've logged in since. Um, I switched my password today. Keith, I have some. What in the world's on my shirt? Keith, I have something to tell you. Patty Poe. So Patty and her mother, Joanne. Um, so Patty Poe is the person I follow in. They live in Houston. So Patty is a CEO and founder and creator of this line of skincare called Restoracy, and her mother, her 90-some-odd-year-old mother, Joanne, is the one that is always the fashionista. She's like always in Chanel. So cool. And they had a Labor Day sale today. 20% off, which like never happens. It's not advertised really. You have to use a code. Well, I think it is advertised, but they emailed it to me, right? So I said, you know what? I'm gonna try and get this face cleanser because I like them. I want to support I mean, I realize that my one purchase isn't gonna get her their next Chanel, but I was like, let me try this out. So anyhow, that's when I talked to Keith. Hi Brian, hi Aaron, hi Jennifer, hi Donna, hi Apple Blonde, Bry, Craig is lurking, Pixie, hello Pixie. Um let's see, we're all saying hi. Katie, hello, lurking, meal prepping and cooking. Woohoo! Craig says, little worse today than yesterday, but still better than the last week. Yes, that's always it's a scale. What? Yeah. I didn't get to meet them, Keith. I just got to buy their stuff online. I've been okay. Craig says, "Bry." Um, Keith says, "Let me know how the cleanser works. Their skincare is very intriguing. Her business sense is off the charts. Yeah, and it's very expensive. Like I have got some expensive skincare in my life, and I paying $67 for a face cleanser is not out of the ballpark of normal anymore. But the $160 for the serum, that was like, yeah, no, let's start baby steps. You know, yay! I have dinner. James brought me dinner and some of my yummy green spicy peas. Uh, Everybody says hi. Hi. The little puppies are starving today because we're having to feed them later because tomorrow we'll start our new work schedule and we'll be not getting home until 7. So they're going to have to understand that dinner is now 7. Patty Poe and let me show you. Let me show you their. So Keith and I both watch and follow this creator. She's I guess she's mostly on Instagram, and she and her mother are they're so adorable. They're always on there um just talking about clothes, and eventually it came out because I didn't know. I mean, I didn't know um that she used to work for Avon as a like major CEO, Persian, and so this is the thing I bought. Let's see if the actually, let me just go to the website and I'll do a shop with me so you guys can see what I'm talking about. It is a well, of course it's not taking me there. How did I spell it wrong? Dun, 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 dun. SRTOR. Oh yeah, OR. The R is important. So this lady went to her story. Okay, let me get there. Let me get there. I'm getting there. Move this out of the way so I can see the chats. Let me expand this, get rid of all the pop-ups, 1,000, a bazillion pop-ups. So today only, they have a, so let me do this. I love that their new nephew comes over to serve Panda Express on, oh wow. Richard, man, so cool. Hey, D. Higginbotham. Oh, hey, Bianca. I just started. Hey, Michael. Donna. We're going to talk about your box. As soon as I'm going to show this thing first, and then we'll talk about my gift mail. Let me do present. Where's my present? I feel rusty. Even though I've done this 1,000 times. Literally 1,000 times. Don't know why I'm feeling like rusty today. Mainly because I just woke up from a nap, guys. I took a really like long nap. So that's the lady with the short hair. That's Patty. The lady with the long hair. That's Joanne. Joanne is like 90 something years old, guys. Um, and Patty here, this lady right here, she used to work for, and for years and years and years, was the CEO for um Avon Beauty. She's worked in beauty her whole life, and I watch her on Instagram all the time. They go live talking about Restore C. So this is the one I got, which is Patty's recommendation, or Joanne's recommendation. No, Patty's. So this is a foaming cleanser, and what makes it interesting is that yeah, that's what I'm saying. Her mother's 91 years old and Patty's not young either, and their skin is amazing. I mean, yes, they're Korean and awesome, but still, you know, I was like, well, I'm gonna try this. So it's we'll see how this works. It has some enzyme in it that uses, but it's not just a cleanser, it's a cleanser that exfoliates. Yeah, she's a Harvard business grad. She has good business. I mean, she's really pretty cool. I didn't know I didn't know Patty was the CEO of this. I had no idea, and we were watching her. Yes, $67 is a little pricey for a cleanser. I do get that, but there is a 20% off today only, or else, I believe me, I will not be buying. And if you think that's expensive, girl, let me show you how much the other stuff costs. Do you see that this little jar is $185 for a night cream? I'm like, I'm bougie. I'm not that bougie. So I this is a rebalancing lotion for 160. She does say, no, Joanne says that the cleanser will last for 6 months. So I kind of feel, well, 6 months, $60 a month for a face cleanser, that could be reasonable. This is their complex face, this is their makeup remover if you have makeup. But I'm just gonna do, because look at this one, $205. I'm like, oh, it's liquid gold. And this was actually called liquid gold. Yes, no, so we're not gonna be buying the whole line. We're just not. We're gonna just be buying the one the one thing. Um, let me see if that um that stuff is massive. Nope. Oh, the price? Yeah. I don't know if it's good. I haven't tried it yet. All I know is that it's a niche thing. I like them as content creators and people in general. They live in Houston and they're Korean. So to me, that's like, why not? Hey, keep it simple. Please tell me if you like it because I've been on the fence on it for a long time, especially at those price points. I won't be buying anything but the face cleanser. I don't have enough skin concerns really to need more than that cleanser because that cleanser does a gentle exfoliation and brightening all in the cleanser. So it's not just a cleanser, then you add a brightener. You can. I have some spots here that I'm not happy with, but before I go crazy, I want to show you the thing I was working on before I went live. I just started doing this again, and I'm putting some crystals on this Feuille Laton. Um, this is not the best Fouille Laton, but it's it's pretty. And I figured it'll look prettier with a bunch of crystals on it. Because everything looks prettier, crystals on it. So I wanted to get into my now this came, by the way, I'm eating popcorn for dinner. So popcorn is right here. And I hope you have I hope your Labor Day has been wonderful, Craig and everyone. Gosh. It Craig says, okay, Michael, so Craig says he's feeling better. Not as bad as last week, but better than yesterday, which is always a plus. That stuff is way too expensive for me. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that, D. Higginbotham. I absolutely agree with that. That 60 something dollars on a face care is for a cleanser is crazy. Because I just went to um TJ Maxx today and I was looking at all their face care and I normally use stuff like I use a brand called Prequel or something out of Target. Well, you can find it at Target, but it's a dermatologist, and I like that one too. But honestly, this is just because I really want to support them, and it's the cheapest thing I could buy to support them. Ah, so anyway, so let me show you the my bag of goodies that came in. So I opened this and did an unboxing video. So I didn't show anybody. So because I was so excited. Y'all, I have gifts. I have such cool gifts. So, gift number one that came in my unboxing, it's a Mickey Mouse coin purse. Look how cute this is. It is adorable. And look how the little detail, like it has that Western vibe with that little swoop. And it's such a cute little pouch. It's so adorable. Oh, it's so cute. And it's just a little little leather pouch, um, plain interior, but it has a keychain thing. So you can put this on your bag, you know. So when you zip it, it would look like this, and then you could hang this in your on my one of my 1,000 bags because that's what I'm gonna do with it. Um, have you tried using like a cleanser oil or oil cleanser balm? Yeah, I like the oil cleansers, but honestly, I'm too impatient I'm not the best about y'all. I know it's crazy, but I'm not the best about cleaning and skin routines. I know. I used to be. But I've been lazy these last 5 years when I hit 40. So now I need to go back to the routine. So we're trying to build in slowly. Um, and then I got guys, I've never had this one. I think it's called a Lexi tote or a Lexi crossbody or something. This is so cute. So Donna gave this to me, guys. Donna, our friend Donna, who is a subscriber and a member, sent me this. Okay, so here's the thing. If I don't know if you, it was in a members live. Okay, I was in a members live. Hopped in, and Donna says, "Jackie, you just bought my bag off eBay." I'm like, "Wait, I did?" So I walked over to eBay and I looked. I'm like, "Oh yeah, that is Donna's name." I had no idea. So she sent me my thing I bought, and gave me money because she said, Jackie, if I knew you wanted this, I would have just, yeah, I would have sent it to you. So she refunded me what I paid for. And then let me show you what I actually purchased. So this is a gift. I mean, they're all gifts at this point because she gave me money, y'all. But what I was buying, um, Jackie, I just booked I just booked 2 Disney cruises. One in November on the Wish, least favorite ship. Yeah, me too. And a 7 night on the Treasure in May 26th. That is so awesome. Well, the Treasure's brand new. The Treasure just launched. Um, CeraVe facial bar when I shower, and that's about it. See, the CeraVe, I have a Clinique facial bar I use. I also have used that Prequel or something. But okay, so this is the bag that I saw on eBay and put a bid on. And I loved it. I thought this was the prettiest bag I'd ever. I mean, you all know I like a chevron. I think I like a chevron more than a quilt on my bags if I have to be picky. But I do love a quilt or a chevron, but I like a quilted leather in any way, shape, or form. And Rebecca Minkoff, whether you like her or not, as a human, as a designer, I really like her style. So I love the long bit of leather here. I love the little chain. I just think this bag is adorable. Now, on me, it's not quite long enough to be a comfortable crossbody, but it's not the end. I know this color is everything. And it just sat there, and nobody outbid me. And I won the bid. I'm like, well, thank you, because this was very inexpensively marked. And she pops up and she goes, Jackie, you bought my bag. This is her bag. And it has the dust bag. So I have, you know what? I should wear this tomorrow. This might not be big enough for everything I'm taking right now, but let's see. Let's see if I can get everything in here. I might have to leave my pouch of things out. I don't even think she ever used this bag, guys, because there's a bit of plastic zip tie thingy over on the side that you know what they do when they attach the strap to the bag that was still on there. You know, love the color bag. It's so fun. I love this gel kind of like. I might have to add, I can't. I can't. I'll just put this, I have these two colors so bright. Yes, I know. A CeraVe cleanser for me. I don't wear makeup. I don't really moisturize much in the summer unless I really need it. Every once in a while, a glycolic acid. I was thinking trying a retinol cream or cleanser, but I've never tried a retinol, and I know your skin can go kind of cranky at you when you do new stuff like that, so I didn't. But I'm still thinking about it. This color is awesome. This is such a beautiful bag. I am so happy to get it. And the fact that it belongs to Donna makes me happier because, she's my member and my friend. Speaking of member friends, retinol, you better be religious with that. Oh, see, with the SPF. Oh, because it's a sun. Does it have a sun component? It doesn't like sun. You are basically doing more damage. Okay, then we're not going to do retinol. Thank you for telling me that. You know, so I'm not crazy about a bunch of face things anyway. I've always been like, I always used Polish Choice, and then I just use different I always used her skincare. And then when she sold her company so that she could retire, which I'm so happy she was able to retire. That's awesome. I stopped buying her stuff because what I liked about her though is that it was sold in a kit that was affordable, but it became less and less affordable and um, more and more um, based. It seemed like it was more and more based on problem solutions, like if you have a dark spot or a cream here or this there. And what Paul's Choice did that I liked was they would put, if you have dry skin, buy this kit. This is all the stuff you need, and it would be like a cleanser, a toner, a moisturizer, an SPF. Done. You got it all. And then that was your basic kit, and they had different levels of your basic kit, right? And I love their moisture boost and I used that for 20 years, guys. And then I got lazy when I hit 40, and didn't want to really do my face stuff. But anyway, this is the bag I used today. My cute little baby. the baby. So I'm going to switch into this Rebecca Minkoff. I might not be able to put everything in here, but we're going to see how much we can fit in here because I have been putting a few too many things in my bags. I knew that I felt that today. I'm like, you know what? That bag's a little heavier than it should be. Because this bag's already a heavy bag just because it's the type. These are really heavy bags. The Harvey seatbelt bags are heavier than leather bags. I always found it funny when these beauty companies come out with these 10 steps facial treatments. Really, who does? I know. So there, guys, y'all. There are people out there that do 1,000 steps every night. They really exist. I am not one of those people. I do like, you're lucky I wash my face and then hit the sack. I'm not really, um, I'm just, yeah. So this might be, I might have to move out of this because this is going to be too many things for this bag, but let's go there. So what I was going to tell you guys while I'm doing this is I met up with Bianca. She's right here in the live. Bianca and I met up. We met in San Antonio. And we had a fabulous time together. She met James. Um, we had a fun time. We went to an Asian restaurant. My sister, of course, ditched us. Um, she was supposed to meet her too, and I was so mad at her, my twin. She's like, "Don't be mad at me. Can't make lunch." And she lives in town, right? And I knew she just did too much. She did too much. She did too much Saturday. She did too much Sunday, and today was Monday, and she actually forgot she was going to lunch with us. Says, "Hey, Jen, I'll see you at 1 o'clock." And she's like, "Oh yeah, that was today." I'm like, "Yeah, that was today." And she was like, "Oh, okay, I'll be there." And then next thing I know, I can't make lunch. Do I have to? I'm like, "No, Jenny, you don't have to. It's okay." So this is my, if you're Asian, you know what this is. It's just a mental thing. Eyeglass cleaner, wallet. These are the things I have to take with me. My work phone right here. My little hairbrush, which I was carrying. Another thing I was carrying in my bag that I really should be carrying. I probably should just keep this in my car though, because now I'm trying to grow my hair because I'm too lazy to get it cut, and that really is the reason. Um, yeah. So we met up. Bianca met with us. Do you think those steps make a huge difference? I think the most important thing for me when I was doing makeup, cleanser, toner. The cleansers, especially cleansers, because cleansers strip all the gunk off your face, right? And even the ones that say they don't strip your skin, they're still taking all the gunk off your face. So the toner kind of rebalances your pH according to what they say. And I'm a dry skin person, so I just throw on any kind of lotion and I run and I'm fine with it. So you know what? I think I'm going to add some stuff to this little coin purse because this I can have hanging, and I'm going to take my Tom Ford. This is a little makeup or a scraper for hair because I'm always having I have hormonal issues, so I always have hair. So I always try to take it off and I notice oops. And then let's see, I have my tissues, which I'll put in here. It's that time of year season. I have my perfumes. This is my on the go perfume, which I'm not going to take with me because I don't need to. I also carry clean and clear because I always lose it. So I always try to keep it in my bag of things so I don't lose it. So I'm only going to take in here just my lipstick. I don't need to take that, although I feel like I feel compelled to. I'm not going to, Jackie. I'm just going to take, okay, I'm just taking my lipstick. I'm going to put that on the inside of the bag. Yeah. This is how I end up with too many things in my bags, guys. And I get oh, I need my lipstick. Oh, I need this. Oh, I need that. No, you don't. No, you do not. Right. And you can do little, like a lymphatic thing. Right? Seriously? Dropping stuff? Well, it wouldn't be a Jackie Live if I didn't drop things or say, where did I put that? I think that's my common. Okay, so that's all I'm going to take then. I'm not going to have to put anything in the extra coin bag, but I'm going to still take this because I think it's adorable. And I think, yes, I do. I have a carabiner clip, so I can just clip this to my bag. like so. Okay, we're gonna do something different. Um, my evening routine is 6 steps, but I find it relaxing and decompressing. Why I grew my hair, too lazy to get it cut. So the 4 things I use don't do a lot. Is a lot for me. Yeah, yeah, I know, right? I think anything you do on a regular basis for face care is it can be a lot, but it is a ritual. And if you can do like, yeah, killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Yeah. So I'm putting this ring on the keychain thing because I want it to be a little not hang as low as it was going to. And then there we go. So here is my bag for tomorrow. I think I'm gonna actually put my keys on the inside. And I met Bianca today, and she had we are hoping to plan another get together with my sister. And eventually, at some point, hopefully, I'll get my sister's kids and her kids to meet up because I think they would get along because they're about the same age and they live very close together. That's what it's Matt, my sister. I'm like, Jenny, we have a friend. She's a cool lady. She likes bags. She's nice. She has kids around your age. Come on, let's go meet. Let's go have lunch. And I think my sister might be a bit overwhelming for Bianca, but you know, Jen's Jen. You know, we all went to we all went to the same places. We all live and are around the same places in that part of San Antonio when I lived in San Antonio. Um, I don't use the things though. My skin is dry. Oh yeah. My skincare is 5 steps. That's enough for me, says Apple Blonde. Um, and I use one cleanser right now. It's a Specto gel. Yeah, so I mean, everybody has a different thing they do for their face. I just used a mild face soap for years too. That's all I really needed. I don't actually put a full routine together. I don't actually do a toner and a moisturizer and an eye cream or whatever. Again, I did that for years and they were part of my life, and then pandemic hit and I stopped caring. And I'm 45 now, and I'm trying to get back into it because I can see more discoloration, sunspots. The only thing you can do for these like spots here is go to a dermatologist, and I don't really want to spend that money for a cosmetic procedure for something that isn't like. I mean, yeah, it's for looks, and it does bug me, these 2 little sunspots, but not enough to spend thousands of dollars. As long as they're not cancer, I don't care, you know? Bianca said lunch was, yeah, so Bianca went to a new restaurant to her, which is a restaurant I go to all the time. We had a great time. And it rained in San Antonio. Um, and it rained stormy. Like this has been the weirdest summer, fall, whatever. I've never had one so rainy in my life, let alone um hmm, sorry, got distracted by a okay. Okay. Text. Stop yelling at me, phone. Stop doing that. Um, so I went this weekend weather has been strange, really strange. Like rain, sunshine, rain, sunshine, 90 degrees. It's been very weird for Labor Day. I had some torrential rain and then gone. You know, our yard guy was able to come over today and get some yard work done. Thank goodness. And then we I should have bought groceries. I should have prepped food. I should have done laundry. I have done none of it. I have done none of it. I have enjoyed my 3-day holiday to the extent of everything. I didn't sleep too well, so I slept in really late. And by the time we got up to go do things, James was really tired because he had been up since 8 in the morning, and he went to bed really late. And when I say late, wee hours of the morning, so he didn't have much sleep. And then we were out all day, and we took the long way down to San Antonio, the long, long way away from 35. And then um, So it was like a lovely afternoon drive. We met and had lunch. I stopped at the TJ Maxx before lunch. I almost bought a $90 bracelet. Thank God the line was 30 minutes deep, or else I probably would have bought that bracelet. And the register at the counter for the jewelry was not working. So I figured maybe this is a God moment telling me, Jackie, don't buy that bracelet. So we went to lunch, hung out, and then we drove 35 home. It's not as bad going north as it is going south, and which is irony of all irony. And then we came home and basically took a 2-hour nap. Seriously, like I just woke up like at 6 o'clock. You're like, whoa, yeah, whoa. But I feel better. Um, doing Jeanette, how are you doing? So yeah, so I had a really good kind of long day of just chilling, not buying things. This is September 1st, so happy Labor Day, everybody. I had some really good thinking, because the month of August, y'all know, was the struggle was real, right? I was trying not to buy anything, and y'all know that was an utter fail. I did succeed in buying less. I did not succeed in buying none. This time, I have purchased all the things already that I have purchased before the 1st, and what I'm going to try to do for this month, hold myself accountable, is not buy any bags for 30 days. Detox right here. Bags are coming in because things have been purchased. Bags have been traded for. I have a couple trades going on. I have a trade going on with Jolie. I have a trade going on with another friend, Amy. I already have 2 trades in transit. So bags will be coming in, but it won't be because I bought a bag. It's because I traded bags I had for something else. It's going to be the trade and barter system this month. So I actually traded, and this hurts a little bit to admit. You know that Woot score of a bag I got, that tabby? Well, it found a new home. It's going to be finding a new home. Not that I don't love it. I love it. You know I love it. But a unicorn dropped off. I found another unicorn. It dropped. I have a herd of unicorns at this point. This unicorn just came over and said, hello, look at me. I'm for sale. And I'm like, I don't have the money. I don't have the money. I can't buy you. I can't look at my husband and say, I spent another $400 on a bag. And he's going to say, Jackie, you already have that bag. I know, but not in this color. And he's like, it's blue. Yes, you have a blue. Well, you can't see it, but there's a blue bag right behind that blue bag in the style of the bag I'm buying. So I am trading my cargo tabby and my Field Tote 40 in leather, woven leather, to this lady so that I can get her Rogue 30. And financially, dollars out for me, it is about the price. It's about $500 because I got that bag from Woot in a bargain of a steal of a deal. I haven't used it yet. I just unwrapped it, and I said, Jackie, you have so many bags. Will you grab that tabby? I don't think I will. The Juliet is so awesome for me that I don't think that tabby is awesome for me. So I loved it. Still love it. Love is simple for me. I have, that's awesome. I love you. And then, but I said, if I can reduce 2 bags for 1 bag that I really want without having to pay more money, because naturally my natural inclination is to just buy the bag and keep the ones I have. But that's how come I have 500 bags. And I can't keep doing this because I can't keep looking at my poor husband and he's like, another blue bag? I'm like, yes, but it's a different blue bag. Now, he doesn't see the nuances. I am anxious and depressed, but stable, says Jeanette. Yeah, so anyway, that's happening. So 2 very amazing bags are leaving my collection. The blue, okay, so I had to come to a real talking to myself about this blue bag. Let me show you. So this bag, which I bought from It's Adrian, and is a beautiful, amazing bag that originally sold for well over $600, is a woven field tote 40. This bag is spectacular. There's nothing. I don't have a single negative for this bag. So you're like, Jackie, then if you love that bag, why are you trading that bag? There isn't a moment in my life where I'm going to say this beautiful, elegant, gorgeous bag in the same style as this one where I'm not going to grab this one first. And I bought this one after I got this one. So that's my problem. And I had to admit to myself that, Jackie, you're never going to use this blue elegant bag because this is who you really are. Kitschy. Brands, logos, and Mickey Mouse. Elegant and beautiful, very sophisticated, gorgeous textile art. This is woven leather strips. It is beautiful. It is also heavy. Heavy. It's a field tote 40. It is a beautiful, beautiful bag. I do have books in here, which is kind of tricking me, but this is a beautiful, beautiful bag. And I really didn't really want to to part with that bag, but I know in my heart that I will always pick this one first to use. Let me move off. I don't want to leave this hanging here because that's going to cause that to wrinkle more than it should. So I used it and then I threw it up there without taking my strap off. And I always take the strap off because you don't want the, come on. Put this charm in here to that bag. That charm stays in the bag. So this is the one I will always reach first. And so if I know that about myself, why in the heck am I keeping the blue one? Because I love it. And I love it so much, I just want to keep them all. But the bags I'm using now, I don't need 4 field tote 40s. I have one in Dempsey 40 and 3 field tote 40s, 2 Disney and one in that upcycle or that up woven craft. So I said, Jackie, I don't need another Rogue either, but I'll use the Rogue before I use this field tote 40, because if I need a field tote 40, I'm going to use the Disney one. Miss C is watching with me and loves the Mickey bag because the Mickey bag is amazing. I'm sorry, Jeanette. Yeah, so this is the bag I'm using tomorrow, and this is the type of bags I should be using, are smaller bags. And why I switch from a bigger bag to a smaller bag all the time is I have shoulder problems. I've had orthopedic surgery. I have nerve issues. I really shouldn't carry those unless it's just to work and back and with work things for short periods of time. And I don't need to have 4 of them. So hard choices were made. Hi, Ravi. I'm going to ask James to get me another drink. So anyway, so 2 bags are leaving my home. It's very hard. I started sizing down the 2 smaller bags too because of my back. Yeah, with back issues and I have back spine issues, and then I also have compressed disc. I have screws in my spine, which we all know about, and I also have nerve issues in my arms, and which is why I needed orthopedic surgery on them. And so basically, your girl's a mess here. So we try to. I still love bags. I still love bags. So I just have to be very mindful of what I put in my bags and how much stuff I carry in them. And when I start carrying too many things, that's when I start being ruthless and sizing down and saying, okay, do I need that? No. Do I need that? No. Um, you can tell I took this bag to work because it has Post-its in it. You know, it has Post-it and tissue. So the last time I used this was for work, which is as it should be. And so this is the interior of my bag. It's really pretty. Jackie, I think you made the responsible decision. Yeah, I did. I made the responsible decision. It just doesn't make me happy. It doesn't make me happy. So these are my pens, my work pens I had in here. This one's a funny one. This came from some I took this to a convention. This came from a convention, one of those free pens. I just thought it was really funny and cute. Um, so where is the Dan? And this is so it has a little foot. Isn't that cute? Here, put this at your desk. It's a pen. I got it from I can't remember the convention. The MAPS convention, I think. So this bag is going, honey. Okay. This is leaving my house because I have this one. As I said, there's not a. I bought this one after I got this one, and I will never use this one again. No. Not with this one. Puppies. Bye, puppies. Bye, babies. The babies are being adorable. Yeah, it is very much it's very much a hoarder issue with me, is that I want to keep everything I have because I love everything I own, and partially because my grandparents were of the Depression era and they kept everything. My uncles and my aunts, they kept the margarine containers, the yogurt containers. I didn't know what store-bought Tupperware or plastic containers were because we just used butter containers and yogurt containers. And then it wasn't until, and of course you're opening up 15 different containers, like which is what. Um, so you just grew up keeping everything and also just being really mindful of your stuff so that you just kept it all. But I have 500 bags. I don't have children. You know, I have nobody who's going to want to buy or really want these things. And the thing is about the bag I'm buying from her, very much like the other Rogue I'm buying, those were up for sale. She had them for sale first. Both of my unicorn bags were for sale on public forums where other people didn't want to buy them. So that at that point they were willing to trade with me because they had tried to sell them, and money's tight everywhere for everyone. It's an indulgence to spend $400 on a bag. It doesn't matter if that bag is worth 800. You still have to come up with 400, and that's most people's groceries right now because food is expensive. I didn't even bother asking James how much lunch was because I know how expensive it is every time we go to that restaurant. Because we always get an appetizer, we always get an iced tea, we always get, the meal itself, like the dish, is only like $14. But then you add in like what, an $8, $10 appetizer, $2, $3 drinks, and then you add a tip. It's expensive. I'm picking up the stuff I keep tripping over, which is trash. I'm sorry. I know it's a little rude to do this, but it's driving me crazy. And if I don't do this right now, I will not do it. And I will just keep bothering me. This is normally stuff I do after my lives, is I clean, organize, and move things. But I didn't do that Sunday after my live. Sunday after the live with Julie, I went to sleep. Oh, that's the other thing we drinks are no longer $2 anymore. It's $3.50 if you're lucky. It's $3 if you buy something at the gas station. And that's for a Diet Coke. I am on meds, but it really hit me again this week. Go easy on yourself and know that you are worth it. Yeah, I'm on meds. I'm on two types of a stronger dose of an antidepressant than it used to be. July was a bad month for me. Physically, not physically so much, but emotionally. I did a lot of retail therapy in a scale and a level I shall never do again. Winnie B talks about there's a year in her life where she just bought everything. That's how I kind of feel my July was. If I like it, I bought it. I didn't think about it. I didn't um, think about the budget. I didn't care. And that's not like me not to care about can we pay bills. Normally we pay bills and after that you can have fun. But no, I was in full on mode of let me just buy whatever I fancy when I fancy it, as I fancy it. That's not a good it's not a healthy relationship, you know. But I James mentioned it, Jen mentioned it. I still didn't care. Um and so it just took a lot of it was job related, home front related because of his mom's estate, job related because my favorite boss was retiring. James was applying for the boss's job. What was going to happen if James got the job? Lots of anxiety, and I did not handle it well. But now we have a new boss. Old boss retired. Financially, we're going to be okay. Not well, but okay. You know, so we just have to. I have to learn how to budget, and I need to take my meds. Thank you. I need to grab my other thing of medication. Where is that? I am out of one of my meds and I'm so annoyed at myself because all the other meds I have written down when to renew. This one I did because it's the newest medication and it's only for 1 month prescription versus all my other medication is 3 month prescription because I don't like having to go every single month. But the way this one works there, because of the insurance, the way the money works on it, that I get a coupon discount if I buy it at one month prescription versus a 3 month prescription, and cost wise it was the better, smarter option. Unfortunately, I've been out of it for 3 days and today the pharmacy's closed and tomorrow the pharmacy's open, but my schedule just changed so I can't pick it up. So I can probably get it filled. I just have to. Can you imagine how crazy the pharmacy is going to be tomorrow after a holiday? Monday normally is the busiest day at all pharmacies because people, it's just the way it is. I talk to my pharmacists all the time, and they always say Monday's the busiest day at the pharmacy. People are always coming in to get meds, because nobody really remembers on Friday that they need them, and then they refill them or they call them in and they come in Monday to get them for whatever reason. I don't know why it is. It is what it is. Um, Keep It Simple says, never easy for me, Jeanette. I am on Printelex and it's been such a blessing. The first antidepressant that has really helped. That's nice. I am just taking Prozac and it works for me. And I'm lucky because I haven't had to do the change of it's always worked for me. My husband's had two or three different types, to get one that works for him. And he's finally on one that works. And the worst part is if you do find one that works, and then sometimes they stop working. Um, my pharmacy was open today, thank God. Oh, that's great. Mine was not open today. I know, and I hope I have to take my prescriptions tomorrow because I forgot Friday and Saturday. Yes, because everybody does. That's exactly what does it. Yeah, I take Prozac, Jeanette. That's what I take. Actually, that is what this is right here. This is Prozac. Um, yeah. And I take a higher-ish dose, not a huge dose, but it's an old-fashioned prescription. It works for me. I don't have to take Wellbutrin or some other stuff, but it still doesn't make everything better. I mean, it makes it easier, but it's not a miracle, it's still a process. Depression still happens. Partially, um, I'm just happy I can talk through it and I get on here and talk to you guys because I didn't start an antidepressant till my grandmother died. And my whole world changed when my grandmother died. She was the glue that kept my family together. And when she passed, I knew my family would never be the same, that my extended family I'd probably never see again. It all came to fruition. Um, Other things happened too, but I knew that when my grandmother passed, we would no longer be the same family. And we weren't. And my aunt lived a very long time after that, and we still were able to see my aunt. But then when my uncle passed, and then my aunt passed, and then I knew I would never see my cousins. And as I said, I found out last week that my youngest cousin just got married from Instagram. And that's how much we don't talk now as a family. And I knew it was because what kept us together was my father and my aunt and my grandmother. That's what kept the family together. So the kids that got married, my cousins, were my aunt's children's children, right? And these are children I had holidays with and Christmas with and visited with and knew them as when they were children. But our age gap made it hard, and the feud between my aunt and my father made it hard, so that the families never really gelled. Just the way it is. Um, Travis and I are on Prozac. It's one of the drugs that will help going up in the US by, whoa, wait, it's going up 30%? Uh, Honestly, it's an old school, been around forever medication. Why is it going up in price? I was taking trazodone to Jeanette. My anxiety was super high. Yeah. Yeah. My sister used to take trazodone. I think she's taking something else for anxiety. Why is it that we live in a world that depression and anxiety is normal? It is. It just is. GOP-1 is going up by 70%. Oh my gosh. I don't even want to know. I really don't want to know. It's not like I have a choice. I mean, I do have a choice. Don't take medication and die. Or no, I'm not gonna die immediately, guys, if I don't take these meds, but it would not be pleasant. Mm, Um, yeah, it's just I think the whole point of half of the issues. Okay, I'm not gonna talk about that because I don't. We're not talking about it. We're thinking it. And I'm not talking about it. I'll text you later. Um. So anyway, um, I have because I put this kind of hard and fast. September, I will not be buying bags. Um, that I already haven't purchased. I paid off a layaway. I paid off a couple layaways. But that doesn't mean I don't have more layaways left. And then I paid, um, so I have those items coming to me because I just paid them off and they'll be mailing to me. And then, um, my goal is to pay off my other layaway. One of the problems, the slippery slope I have fallen into, and I kind of saw it coming. And again, I didn't care. I try to keep my Klarna payments around 200 a month, and normally they have been. But I put a few too many things on on Klarna, and my Klarna payments are 400 a month. That's a lot of money. That's a new bag every month. So, because that's what I did, right? So that's not going to be there forever. It's just there temporarily till those things fall off. But that's when I said, "Oh, you've gone too far off the deep end, Jack. This is beyond your budget allowance and uh, time to pay the piper." So what I'm going to do is not. So September is going to turn into no buy for bags, and I mean that for other things too. Like I'm not gonna go, okay, Jackie can't buy bags, so let's go buy this. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna try very hard not to do that. I'm going to disassociate a lot of my passwords and banking information off my phone, and then let's see. Keith says my therapist just said her rates are doubling in 2026. Like you can't do 50% more. That's insanity. I'm almost like I'll just be depressed. Yeah, no, this is why I talk to my friends. Yeah, that's my goal, Keith. That is my goal. And actually, I can tell you when that happens because I can look at it and it was going to happen. And it was happening until summer hit and I went completely crazy. Dee says, me too. I need to be buying the stuff. I need to be buying the stuff more than I have more than enough. I have more than enough and I have so every time my impulse control is improved. So every time I've been wanting to buy something, I think, where am I going to put it? Do I already have it? And will I actually use it? Because I keep rearranging my room because there's no space. There's no easy way to do it. There's no way to show things pretty like people do on YouTube because I have no room to do that. Um, Craig says 2 of my doctors have fallen out of network for my insurance now due to administration issues and down by 2 doctors. They won't even see me as a cash patient. They won't even see you as a cash patient? What the hell? That's rough. A bigger house, right? I don't need a bigger house. I need less stuff. You know. But a bigger home would solve my problem. Hmm. But the point in the long run for James and I is we want to actually downsize our house. Nope, said the hospital won't let them. Oh, it's because, okay, if they left the hospital system. So not only did they leave the insurance network, they left as hospitalists. They don't work with that hospital system. And if your other doctors work with the hospital, you can't work with them because of liability to the hospital because, yeah, my friend's a doctor. It's an issue. So it's not that they won't take you as a cash patient. They can't work with the other doctors within your network because all those doctors work within the same. You have to pay in and or work for the doctor group. So basically, they left that doctor's group with that hospital. 1,600 square feet. We have a 4-bedroom house. They're small rooms, but they're roomed. You know, my house is not hit. It's not huge. My house we had before this was only 1,000 square feet. So 1,600 square feet, I thought we're moving in. I thought it was too big. I really wanted a 1,300 square feet. Yeah, yeah. I would like 1,200 to 1,300. That's where I wanted to be. But we probably will live here forever until we move into like retirement or something because we both want our own offices. So this way we both have an office and we have a guest room. So it worked out. Yeah, I thought 1,300 square feet was plenty. 1,250, 1,300, 3-bedroom house. But because we had a 2-bedroom house at 1,000 square feet, and we were fine with it. I was fine with it. I didn't want to leave that house. James had to get me kicking and screaming to leave that house. So we always looked at older furniture, more antique furniture because furniture was built on a smaller scale. Today, furniture looks like it's made for mansions. I'm like, is that going to even get through our door? Hmm. If I downsize the kids' stuff, I can have more room for my stuff. My sister, she spends money faster on her kids than herself. Her kids have so much stuff. The amount of toys that family has. You should open a toy store. Sometimes they periodically go through the whole practice of you're not playing with this. Let's see if we can donate this to other kids that would like to play with this, and then talk them through the sharing and donation process versus one day toys just disappear. Because my mom used to do that to us. She would just one day our toy would just be gone because she would clean up and donate things, and we didn't know she took our favorite until we realized our favorite toy was gone because she didn't know it was our favorite toy. And then so Jennifer is trying not to traumatize her children. She's like, kiddos, we have to learn to share. You have a lot of things. You're not playing with this one. Are you okay letting go of this? So Miss Violet, who is 11, going on 12, has decided some of her younger toys are ready to go. And Mr. Connor, I'm not sure he's ready to let go of his action figures yet. But Violet is like, well, I don't really play with this doll or certain doll. She likes the Bratz dolls, but not the Barbie dolls, right? So the Barbie dolls can all go now, but she has to have she's become a little goth kid. It's very cute. Um, same. I talk myself out of stuff for me and get stuff for them. Oh yeah, without even blinking. Jenny can walk into the store and next thing, both her kids walk up. Mom, can I get this little toy? And it's a box this big, right? A little teeny tiny blind box. Next thing she knows, she's bought a $20 blind box times two. And like, that's expensive. I'm like, yeah, that's expensive. Because I was talking with Bianca, like what I liked about the La Babies so much, and where did I put all my La Babies? Oh, here's one. Is that these guys are $5. This is what they should be. This is $5 with them still making a profit, y'all. They're still making money off of this. They can manufacture it, import it, distribute it, and still make money off the $5. So why do these other toys cost, other bag toys or charms cost like $50? Tell me, make it make sense. It doesn't make sense to me. This is what I think a bag charm should be. Now, okay, this was $5. This one's $14, blind box. This makes sense to me. $14, $5, your toys, you know. But then at the same time, I spent $50 for this one because of the nicheness of it, and I love it. I'm not gonna say I don't love it, but in my heart of hearts, I think purse toys should be like this. Things should be like this. The babies, $5. I love them. Unicorno. Yes, a unicorno. Yes, I have 2 unicornos. I have La Babies, La Foo-Foos, La Boo-Boos. I have Rexy Charms. I pretty much don't discriminate. This is from the Dollar Tree, $1.25. Love it. This one was a gift. Love this little pom-pom. So nice. Am I? Can you? Okay, can we talk about charms for a second? Did y'all watch DD Bean's video on her rant about Coach charms? Do you know that the Rexy shearling charm, it's this big, it's adorable. I am not saying it's not cute. It is adorable. $300. The carrot charm is $200. And I know people have bought them because I've seen them unboxed. People have them. So I'm like, somebody spent $300 for a shearling Rexy charm. I love Disney. I spend stupid money on Disney. They have a Donald Duck charm at Coach for $195 made with leather that I would love to own. I can't pay for that. I can't pay $200 for a leather figurine that's going to be on my bag. I can't. I want it. I want it. At $100, I could probably talk myself into it because I've spent $100 on a charm, but $200, even though I know what those leather figurine charms, it is a lot of intricate detail to make those. It's actually harder to make toys like that than you think, but I can't do it. And I love Disney. I spend stupid money on Disney, but I'm like $200 for a charm or $268 for a bag that has a Disney thing from Dooney. And that's full price, y'all. $300. I got the Harvey's bag for my twin, $200. It's a whole bag. So that's my thing, is like, there's things out, we all have our own budgets. We all buy things that we want, and sometimes we spend stupid money on things like I have. Um, and I love Disney, but I can't do it on that one. I can't. I look at it and I say, yeah, I want you. And I look at them all the time, not just once in a while. I go back and look at those charms a lot. And every time I feel like I want to buy something, I'll go look at that. Like, should I buy this? And it always comes back to no. Like this little thing, I got this as a gift. This is a beautiful gift. It has 2 refills with it. This is $150, Chanel number 5, right? This was a gift, and as a gift, this is an amazing gift, and I appreciate it greatly. Um, it is a beautiful, beautiful thing. I don't think I could buy it myself because it is so expensive, for just this one, even with the 2 refills, because Chanel number 5 by ounces, this is an expensive way to buy it, right? It's cheaper just to buy, 100 ml or a larger bottle of it than it is to buy this. Like the large bottle of Chanel number 5 costs less than this. And this is just because it's a cute container and 2 little refills, right? So my Chanel is actually in the corner. I really like your Chanel charm. The Chanel charm was a freebie. One of the charms came with that. It was the number 5 came with it, and the other one was one of those free gifts with for VIP people. And she was a VIP person who gave me that, so she gave me that charm. I've been seeing DIYs on how to turn mini plushie into charms. I think I found my new hobby. Yeah, I was actually at Hobby Lobby looking to find the hardware to make my own charms because I can buy a plushie very inexpensively almost anywhere, and make my own charm. And I've actually done that with a few. The problem I've found with doing it is that the the seaming and the stitching at where it attaches sometimes, because you weren't able to stitch it between the 2 layers of fabric and you're just kind of stitching on top of it, it seems to have a weakness, and it depends. Like squishmallows are not the best to make into bag charms. I've tried. I have a couple squishmallows I made into charms. I think if I picked the seams and actually inserted the ribbon correctly, it might do better. But I'm not that dedicated yet. Right now, I'm just hand sewing, um, the hardware to the top and hanging them on there. Um, love that. Have you ever bought a bag forgetting you already owned it and ended up with 2 at the same bag? Yes, more than once. More than once. I actually gifted 2 bags to one of my friends way back over a year ago because I had 2 of the exact same bag. I do that a lot because, oh, I love that bag, forgetting I owned it because it was a collector's piece. It's part of the Alto collection. It was a Dooney item. I bought them twice, or a lot of times I just buy the same style in different colors, and sometimes I forget I have that color, right? And next thing I know, I bought 2 of the same color. Not is it just the same style, it's the same color. So I can forgive myself if I buy the same style and buy it in different colors. I'm okay with that. But if I buy the exact bag twice, I'm like, Jackie, you idiot. Michael says, Coach Rhinestone Cupcake Bag Charm, key fob, and bag tags. Mm-hmm. The rhinestone um charms. I have this glitter charm that was given to me. I think Jorgelina gave this to me, and I thought about putting rhinestones on it, but it's so pretty. I don't really want to, but I thought about doing it because when I saw what they were charging for those rhinestone charms, I'm like, this is crazy. Now I know when you're buying stuff from like Coach, it's also the Coach name. It's not just, hey, it's a charm. What makes it Coach has an aesthetic. There's a look to it. There is a feel. Things coordinate. It's for the most part, it's actually, I think I'm gonna put this on my bag for tomorrow. Let's take this little baby with us and take off her tag. Um, and it's the same thing, the same argument with Louis Vuitton. You're paying the Louis Vuitton prices because you like Louis Vuitton. Yeah. I'm thinking about getting some new foundation. I keep looking at the Joan Rhodes foundation. Does anybody use Joan Rhodes makeup? I mean, she has the bombs and stuff, but I was gonna try her. Hey, Lori, look. So this is what I'm gonna do. I think I think there's too many now. We're taking off Mickey and hang Mickey up, and we're gonna go with the La Babies and Hello Kitty. Okay. I wondered about that too. Ah, Jones Rhodes. Yeah, I'm thinking about. 'Cause I want to try her foundation, not the balm. Her foundation. So her foundation is like a mousse foundation. It's more like a moisturizing, more heavier than a tint buildable. So I've tried like Laura Mercier's tinted moisturizers or like BB creams and CC creams, but I really want to try the Joan Rhodes just foundation because I don't really wear makeup, but I'm feeling winter is setting in and my skin feels dry and neglected. So that's why I was looking at face care again and trying to, and if I put a foundation on of any type, I have to wash my face. I am neurotic about washing my face if I wear makeup. So when I stopped wearing makeup, I stopped being neurotic about face care. So now I need to, the only way, and I know it's weird, but I never go to sleep with makeup on, ever. Never have, never will. Mm. Okay, I might have once, but never on purpose. L'Oreal hydrating serum, same way. Yeah, so me not wearing anything on my face, it's not like I'm going to go out with cheeks and eyes. I'm not going to do any of that. I'm just going to put a tinted moisturizer on to put a little bit of pigment on my face. Um, oh yeah, I have very dry skin. Very dry skin. Um, must wash it off all the time. Yeah, I use like oil soap. I use a lot of stuff so I have used oil cleansers. I just don't like on my face the oil cleansers. On my body I use them all the time. But on my face I tried one from Dermablend. Was it Dermablend? I don't know, some company of Alta. This is years ago, and I didn't like it to the point I actually returned it. I don't return stuff. I use a Swedish egg white soap, and I love it. Well, that's interesting. Never heard of that. Um, Jeanette says, I'm going to be a very happy person once I get my Canadian pension plan. Oh, that will be nice, Jeanette. Let's wash it off. I think I like bar soap better than I love bar soap more, but I'm the only one. My husband only uses gel soap. I'm like, there's a bar. I like bar soap more. I've always liked bar soap more. Keith says if you sleep with a layer of Egyptian magic on your face, your skin is very moisturized. You've told me about that thing, and you said you got it at Costco. I need to go get that again. Josra is very good quality. Did you know? Yeah, I know it's Bobbi Brown, which is why I really like the company because I like Bobbi Brown's face. I like how she wears it herself, and she look. I like the way she's aged, and you know, and I liked Bobbi Brown when she had her other line by her namesake. That's why I want to try the Joan Rhodes because that's more my jam, guys. To just wash my hands, slather on some stuff, walk out the door. I'm not. It was a very interesting concept, and it was actually Patty who said this. She said, "Use your hands to apply your makeup," and people are like, "No, your hands are cleaner than any implement you're going to use." You wash your hands all the time. You wash your hands are clean, your face is clean. You put the product on your face, life is good. If you use a tool, any tool, bacteria is on that tool. Even if you use, and so I can never unhear that now. And I'm like, well, yeah, I'll just go back to I don't want to use a sponge. I don't want to use brushes anymore because I'm not really applying eyeshadow. So the Jones Rhodes is all meant to just be Done. You know, it's amazing. We're talking about the Egyptian magic. Okay, I just need to go get that. Do you use it as sleep mask at night? I sometimes, they're interviewing a Korean celebrity, and he said he slathers it on the night before an important event. Nice. La Roche-Posay for my moisturizer. Um, he says the warmth of your fingers help blend the makeup. And that's what Pat McGrath says. Like in the 90s, everybody used their fingers to put makeup on. Nobody used really tools. It wasn't until later that we became the 15 brushes for every little thing, and with powders and stuff. But I still like just a cream-based makeup because my skin is so dry. Now, if you have oily skin, this might be like the worst thing ever for you. You're like, never, I never shall ever. I'll only use powders. But for me, I like a cream. Christiana the Moth will have Korean. Yes, that counts. You mentioned Goodwill auction. Oh no. Okay, so I stopped Goodwill auction a long time ago, about 6 months since I bought something, maybe, because their shipping is astronomical now. And the bidding wars are real. Goodwill purposely puts a lot of their really better items on their e-commerce site. They're literally sorted out of their service centers and put into a different area for e-commerce. They're tagged and bagged, and they're stored in e-commerce. And once they go through the e-commerce cycle of the nicer bags, and let's say that it doesn't sell, that's when they put those bags out on the production floor. When you just walk out there. Yeah, yeah. Same here. And reading. All I have is sweetest check. Mm, that's cool. Mm. Okay, Med's kicking in. Good night, Craig. Love you. I found the cupcake. Yay! I do go to the 1 cent shipping. That's what I do on Shop Goodwill. Yeah. Oh, Lori, I meant to tell you a few times. I did take my meds. I took my meds. Thank you, Craig. Lori, when I was watching your video about the Louis Vuitton trunk, your sound is really hard. It's the balancing. When you do your voiceover, very clear. But then when you go to your filming, you talking, I have to up the volume a lot, so it makes it really hard to watch your videos because sometimes you're shouting at me because I've upped the volume too much, and then I have to keep going up and down, up and down, up and down. So, I don't know if you rewatch your own videos, but I wanted to ask, where do you keep finding these VIP trunks? It's like I was watching your collection, like, where? How do you even search for that? I went over to the Real and I just typed in LV trunk. And I'm like, well, that was not a good plan. I'm like, because I just like those are so cute. Um, you know, there's another Jackie that has better shopping. Should I mention it? What is it, Michael? What is it? Tell me. Are you talking about Thread Up? Thread Up is a good one too. Wow! Look at all the people. Hi, everybody. Happy Labor Day, folks. You know. I'm not buying anything for September, but I don't mind sharing good. And what I wanted to tell you guys too, and my sister and I have noticed this. So Jenny and I, we shop at all the discount stores. Um, oh, Christiana says, "How am I feeling about the later start time at work?" Right now, I feel great. Tomorrow at 6 o'clock, I might not feel great. But what this normally means for me is I don't have to wake up to an alarm clock because the sunlight will wake me up. We will not be late for work. Yes, thank you, Jesus. And then around 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I will be voraciously hungry. So I need to pack snacks and food and make sure I have that should be my evening meal. Like I should be eating sandwiches at 3 o'clock because that 3 or 4 because that will be it. Because after that, by time I get done at work at 6, by time we get home by 7, I am done. I will be like do a live, go to bed. That will be it. Film a video, that will be it. Because I'm not food will not happen. I just get too exhausted. So yesterday I didn't actually eat dinner because I was on live with Jolie. I had rushed home. I went live. I was going to cook dinner after the live, but I was just too tired. So no, I'm not going to do it. I woke up like at 10:30 after I had gone to bed, 11, starving. So I had to go eat. I ate some cereal, which is not a good thing to do, but I was so hungry. I'm like, okay, I must eat some cereal. Then I went back to bed, right? I didn't sleep well, you know. So yeah, so it's going to be interesting about how I deal with the new. I think the dogs will be more upset. Eh. So Michael, what is the name of the platform? Is it shopgoodwill.com or are you talking about um a different platform? So yeah, so Friday's live will be much later than it is, well, not really, because it will be like at right about now, honestly. I'll be home about 7 o'clock and I'll start at 7 versus starting at 6:30. I'll be starting at as soon as I get home, if I'm lucky. The earliest I can get home from work without traffic, if I leave at 6, it's about 6:45. So 7 o'clock, you know, but I was gonna say something and I totally got derailed. What? That's the way it is. That's how I am. Um, so I'm actually kind of excited. Tomorrow's gonna be the first day at work with new boss, only new boss. Because up until this 3 weeks now, we've had new boss and old boss working together. Now we just have new boss, and we're at the point in one of the projects that we're working that we're almost at the end of it, and setup for the new production line is it's a smooth operation, right? You have to have stuff coming in and going out and timing at the point where things go out and things come in so that nobody's not working. We're always working on something, right? Whether it's training or prepping for something or actually production work, there's always stuff to do. Um, OME deals here. But okay, Michael, what platform? I still don't know what platform you're talking about. Dooney and Coach are good prices. Michael, what platform? Where are you shopping at that you're saying good prices? No, that's what I'm talking to you about. My sister and I shop at TJ Maxx, Marshalls, Ross Dress for Less, the discount retailers, and we shop at Target. Well, a little less at Target. Um, and then we shop at um Goodwill, Thrift Town, um, Texas Thrift, all the different thrift stores. Some of them are kind of consignment thrift stores where people buy, where they buy thrifted, they buy your items and then they resell them. So they're resell thrift stores. Some of them are donation places like the Goodwill or the Salvation Army, where things are donated and then purchased by us, right? People. So that's a different platform, right? Uh, if you put the whole .com down, YouTube will not let you see it. So just um, okay. So it's the Salvation Army online. Yeah, I've shopped the Salvation Army online. Actually, I've gotten a few of the Salvation Army items out of San Francisco. That's pretty good. Salvation Army is a smaller platform. They're a little bit more selective of what they intake, and they have a weird ethos of their philosophy. So I don't know, but I don't shop there very often because there's only two, I think, in all of San Antonio, and there's none around me. You know, so um, so anyway, Jenny and I were talking about this that every time we go thrifting to Goodwill, it is packed. It's not a lazy day. She lives next to a really nice Goodwill and she goes there all the time. And she's like, oh my gosh, everybody's here. Back to school, it was packed. It is constantly packed with people buying things or looking to buy things. And I'm not just talking resellers. People buy their whole wardrobes out of Goodwill. When James and I were first married, furniture came out of Goodwill. We got coffee tables and side tables. Of course, this is when um, when we first were married, furniture coming into the Goodwill was like from the 60s because that's people's grandparents, right? And so it was still wood. Like today, most furniture is particle board. It doesn't make it to Goodwill because it doesn't survive life. But when we were first married, furniture at the Goodwill was from like the 60s and 70s, and you could get the ugly floral couch was still alive and well because it lasted for 20 and 30 years. Today, things don't last that long, right? But we had a lot of stuff come out of the Goodwill and come into our house. Our furniture did. We had couches and we had side tables and coffee tables. And we've always been that type of, we had, again, a small house. So with a small house, we needed smaller scale furniture. And again, as I said, today's furniture is made for a McMansion. I don't have a McMansion. I have a normal house, you know? So it's like, I need things that fit into a smaller home. They have good things and shop online. My sister got some of her very most beautiful furniture ever out of the Salvation Army because it was a Henry Don furniture, and Keith knows all about it, but because people don't want it. Their parents pass or whatever, and they're like, I already have a house full of furniture. I don't need my parents' furniture to let me get rid of it. That happens all the time. Or somebody passes, there is no children, and they just donate everything. The estate does. Um, I buy on all the stores online. Yeah, it's called Shop Salvation Online. Have all the stores. Yeah, okay. I'll have to go look. Salvation Army online. I'm not buying anything. So maybe I will not go look. So this month, day one, Labor Day, I'm not buying anything. And I will be reporting to you guys every live. Did I fail? Because I failed a lot last month, and lots of pitfalls, lots of, oh, well, if I've already failed this, I should, and part of it was just like, oh, this great thing happened. Let me just buy it. And then, I can't do that. I can't do that and pay for this vacation in 2027 and pay off my Carna bill and still eat. So I need to be able to rein in the stuff and focus on the long-term plans, because the short-term plans are fun, but the long-term plans are suffering. And I have a huge bag problem. So I need to actually get 2 bags shipped out this week. And I'm not actually sure when I can do it because I don't even know when my post office Tour Charm jacket, cute but only size 2. Maybe make a note on the website, set yourself a reminder every day not to buy anything. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Let me look at my post office. Because I need to post 2 things. One I don't have to post soon, but the other one she's already boxed it and labeled it. So I want to make sure I get that out as soon as I can. So let's see, hours of operation. I might be able to do it. They open at 8 a.m. and we don't have to be at work till 9. So if we get there right at opening, I can just pay for it and I can still make it to work. But maybe I'll do that Wednesday just to make sure, because they are only open from 8 to 4:30. I can't. Um Jackie, make a note. Yeah. Michael says Disney and Coach limited edition Patricia saddle with Mickey. I've seen that one. Yeah, it's up to $89 right now. I've seen that. Mm. I've seen that a couple times. The only reason I don't have that bag in a variation of some type, the strap on that bag cannot be extended further than what it is because it has a strap that has grommets, and it's too short to be a crossbody on my round self and a little too long to be a comfortable shoulder bag. But I know exactly what you're talking about, Michael. Yeah. Um, and I was telling my husband today that Disney Lilo and Stitch Plus backpack blue characters. I told my sister today that my husband, I just have to realize I'm all about kitsch, and he was like, "How did it take this long for you to realize this?" And I said, because I've spent my entire life And actually I told James, I said, James, it's you. It's like, what do you mean me? I said, looked at him like, James, my father, my sister, my mother, my grandparents, everybody in my life that were in my core family group has wanted me to look differently. They all have. They've all wanted me to wear something different, be more stylish, be more elegant, don't wear cartoons, whatever it is. They've always wanted me to look more like Audrey Hepburn, right? And I'm not talking about skinny. My mom wants me to be skinny, but it's more about the style of elegance. My grandparents, my grandfather used to wear a suit and bow tie with a fedora. That's my grandfather. My grandmother only wore super nice, very well put together suits. My father wore a slacks and a sports coat to work forever when he wasn't in the military uniform. And then my sister always, I mean, she was buying St. John's knits when she was in her 20s. I mean, my family is more about looking a certain way than but I'm not that person. I never was. I always was the Winnie the Pooh t-shirt and the t-shirt girl and the blue jeans and you know completely not elegant. I am not an elegant person when it comes to style. So I told James, you don't care. You're okay being seen with me with Mickey Mouse from head to toe. You're not ashamed to be seen with me dressed like this. My family is. And because you're not ashamed of it, I'm really happy to just buy kitschy stuff now. Because he likes it as much as I do. You know? My fancy lunch shirt today was a unisex purple plain t-shirt. Bianca says, I got rid of a lot of my fun bags because I thought I needed to look elegant. What am I doing now? Looking to buy them all back. Yeah, because I thought I had to look a certain way. Or you can't, Jackie, you're 40. You should look mature, not like you're 20. So really, that's not. I mean, then you look at people like Betsy Johnson, who is worn the same thing forever. It is her look and aesthetic, and she's in what age she's at. It looks fine. People were saying, well, think about what that's going to look like when you're 70. I'm like, well, I have friends who are 70 with tattoos. They look fine. That's what I was going to tell you guys. Next week on Saturday, James and I are going to go get some tattoos. And I was shocked that James wanted to do this. I told him I was going to do this. I'm not doing the big art piece I want yet because I want to make sure I can handle a tattoo. So I'm just getting a small tattoo to see if I like it. So the tattoo I'm getting is actually this pictogram. I'm getting Snoopy with the hearts, and James is going to get the dancing Snoopy. I was originally going to get the dancing Snoopy, and then James was going to get James. I didn't know he wanted a tattoo. So next week, I'm going to get a tattoo. Here's the thing. If I hate the tattoo, if it doesn't work for me, if I don't like it at all, then I can get it removed and it will be like this big. I'm willing to go through that experiment because I love the art. So yes, I will be getting a tattoo next week. James may or may not chicken out on it because he has a thing for needles. But his brother has tattoos, his sister has tattoos, sister-in-law. Our generation is so normal. It was our parents' generation where they're like, "Don't you dare do that." Um, um, Dee says, dress to make yourself happy. Everyone else can hush. Yes. Well, I've had to learn that. And it's because James is happy to see me in this. He's happy to walk with me to wear stuff in Disney, you know? Oh, do you have 13 tattoos? That's so exciting. Well, like next Saturday, I will be getting a tattoo at 1:00 in the afternoon in San Antonio, Texas. And that will be the first of several because I've already seen a stitched one I want, and I want Mickey Mouse one. I want Sorcerer's Apprentice up here. I have plans, and I don't care anymore about here, guys. I have met my last promotion leveling in my career that I can do before management, which means unless I change careers, I'm where I'm going to be until retirement, which is 20 years from now. I'm fine with that. I'm happy with that unless I do another restructuring or I move to another position or do another thing in another. But I have such a niche job that unless I change departments, I'm pretty much capped at where I'm at. But they might, again, this is a state, they could restructure my levels again because our job functions change. So as our technology changes, our scale changes depending on where we sit, right? So anyway, I'm not, but my, I'm not running up the corporate ladder. I get to wear t-shirts and blue jeans to the office. I'm not client forward facing, I'm internal. You know, I can have tattoos. So I can even have purple hair if I wanted purple hair. I don't want purple hair because it's too much maintenance. I don't even I'm getting growing out my hair because I'm too lazy to get a haircut. You know, I'm not gonna do the amount of maintenance it takes to get your hair colored. Michael, what are you praying? You don't. The Kate Spade, someone got it for $11.99. So I had a bid going on, and I'm actually really happy I could get it for $70. It was a Disney Dooney bag, and I kind of wondered why is nobody bidding on this bag. Well, it turns out someone did right before it went out of. I was looking at it an hour before the auction ended, and of course, what they do is they swipe in at the very end, and they upbidded it by $9 or something. So I didn't care. I wanted the bag if I could get it, but I wasn't gonna cry over not getting it. I have a lot of bags. I love cleaning bags too. It's my fun thing to do. Hmm. Hmm. Well, everybody does. That's how you win auctions, Bianca. I just don't do that because I'm the best way to win an auction is you set an alarm on your phone. You go there a minute or so before. Hopefully, you don't have everybody else doing this too to get your item for the price you want. I mean, seriously, the ones that drive me nuts are people who put things on auction at a low price, and then when you put the opening bid in, it says reserve not met. Then why did you open the bid at this rate? You know, if you didn't want to sell it for that low, don't open the auction at that low. You know, but whatever. So James and I are both getting Snoopy tattoos. I'm gonna get the heart Snoopy, and James will get the dancing Snoopy on the same place. It's gonna be like over here. I'm very excited about this, and because I know the tattooist. I know her. I know her brother, her mother, her grandparents, her aunts. You know, I know her whole family. I like her, and I trust her. So anyway, we've been talking for like an hour and a half, and I'm gonna get off the. You know, I'm gonna go finish my popcorn, read something, do something else. Um. Anyway, thank you for hanging out with me. Tomorrow, Winnie B should be going live. I should hopefully go live Wednesday after work for members because I missed last week. And then I will be going live for sure on Friday. So anyway, y'all have a great week. Hopefully this will be an awesome September. And hope everybody had a great day off. For those who had a day off, because a lot of people work today, but I had the day off. So anyway, y'all have a great day. Bye guys.